Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Wednesday, it's hump day. How's everyone today? I hope you're doing well. So as usual, going to be doing one question readings if you book in for one of those, if anyone books in for one of those. We're doing that this morning. You can ask anything in the one question readings. It can be very specific. I can do yes or no answer questions. I will also pull cards out as well to give you information about it. Let's just see if anyone's booked in. No, there's no pre-booked. So if you want to book in throughout the show, you'll see in the live chat right at the top, pinned to the top, there's a link there to book in for one of those one question readings. And so they can be specific, they can be general, so you can ask for general guidance from your higher self, or career guidance, love life guidance, or you can be like super specific about it as well. When questions, not such a fan of, however, I will tell you how to get there, because it's up to you with getting how, it's when you'll get in alignment and when you'll take the action on it and stuff like that. So we talk about that for the when questions. So how is everyone? Are you good? If you're watching me replay, if you're watching me on replay, you can book in for one of those one question readings at any time as well. And I'll do yours right at the start of the next live show if you pre-book. So let's get some cards out for the collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I'm going to use this deck this time. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Aries through Pisces. Let's see what the messages are today. Get this show on the road. Stick around toward the end. I will be pulling out a card for everyone that sticks around to the end from The Secret Manifestation cards by Rhonda Byrne. So that's a little bit of a bonus there at the end. I'll also be getting cards out for the collective as well, see what the guys want to talk about today. Perhaps doing some energy healing work too. Starting out with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Hey Sandy. Aries, what have we got for you? Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles card is the card of getting paid for what it is that you've been doing, or getting some kind of reward back for work that you've been putting in. Now, when we're talking about inner work, which I am often on this channel, talking about inner work, this could be, getting to the end of a healing kind of a process where all that inner work that you've been doing, the shadow work or whatever it is that you've been doing in that inner work starts to pay off, Aries, and you start to get rewards. You get the bonuses that you get from that. You start having better relationships, or, start bringing the money in if you've been doing abundance work. It's that kind of thing, but it's also the get paid card too. So some of you just need to be expecting more and ask for more. Ask for a raise. It's that kind of thing, Aries. Hi Julie, how are you? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What have we got for Taurus? A lot, apparently. It's been a lot for Taurus lately. We've got the High Priestess, an internal knowing, Four of Swords, to give it a rest, or to rest up and to recuperate the strength. Oh, that's been me. Oh, I'm Taurus, sun sign. And yeah, so Taurus, recouping your strength. Intuitively, you know that. Four of Swords, it's all about relaxation. For me personally, on what day was it? Monday. I worked on Monday, right? And when I finished in the afternoon, the guy that I had a date with the day before, he came over here, and he came in here while I was just finished uploading another video, and then we went in the pool and had a chat in the pool and stuff. It was really nice, very comfortable with him in my space and everything. He was comfortable being here, and it was really good, went really well. Then he went off because he had another date, I think, with somebody. But that night I had PTSD came back. Now I've not had it for ages. You're Taurus too, Julie. Does that make sense to you as well, Julie? You intuitively know to rest up. So I had PTSD again. So for those of you that don't know me, my story, I had an abusive childhood, right? And some of it involved me being attacked in my bed, beaten in my bed. So woken up at night, generally by my brother being beaten first, and then I knew that it was on his way to me. So I got attacked a lot in my bed at night, and it's not ideal. As a little girl, it's when you're not safe in your bed, it's caused me sleep problems. But that also escalated when my brother hit puberty, and I think you know what I'm talking about there. So he turned into another abuser. So I had a household full of abusers. No rest for me as a child. But anyway, it's left me with post-traumatic stress disorder, which only happens at night, and it wakes me up and I think I'm being attacked. Now, I used to freeze and scream. That's how my episodes would be. And I'd realize I'm not being attacked eventually, I don't know how, maybe after seconds or perhaps after a minute or something. It's probably just seconds, but it's enough when you're in that panic state. So I used to freeze. Now, in the last, probably since Muay Thai, since I've been training Muay Thai for the last 7 years, I wake up now screaming, but I'm fighting, I'm punching until I realise that it's not real, you know. It's just an episode, and then I've got to calm myself down, which is quite hard. It's easier actually in a relationship. So it's easier if someone else is in the bed to give me a hug, that settles me down. But because it's been like 3 years since I had an episode, I thought, I knew really that it would come back. As soon as I get triggered, as soon as there's a bit of stress, especially relationship stress, as soon as my subconscious mind and my nervous system think that there might be someone, a male, in my space, able to get access to me. And it could just be a noise outside. I've been lucky that there haven't been particular noises outside when I've been asleep that have triggered my nervous system to go off like that for a while. But yeah, it's obviously, him being here was enough to trigger me. So 3 hours sleep I was a wreck yesterday. I couldn't do anything. I went training, but I was like a zombie. And then I came back and just watched movies, hoping to have a nap, but I didn't. But I got like 9 hours, 20 minutes sleep last night, so I'm good again now. So that is annoying. I wish I could get rid of it completely. It's terrifying, and often I've got a terrible voice the next day as well. Anyway, Taurus, intuitively you know to rest up and gain your strength again. So take a break, Taurus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Gemini, what about Gemini? 8 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Gemini, there's something to walk away from here and make a new decision. The 2 of Wands is a crossroads, and it's your choice. If you've been persisting with something in the past, trying to sort something out, it feels like it's time to walk away from it now, to give it up. Some things that we can't fix and change, and we just need to release the emotional attachment. Emotional attachment meaning sometimes that's that tenacity, you know, I'm hanging on in here, I've put so much into it, I'm hanging on in here, I'm going to change it. But if all the signs are saying it's not changing, it's time to cut loose. Cut yourself free, walk away. You're at a crossroads, there's a new decision that you can make, Gemini. And take action on it as well, because it's Wands, 2 of Wands, not 2 of Swords. So it's not just about cerebrally making the decision, it's taking action on it. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. 3 of Swords, Cancer. Oh no, what's happened? 3 of Swords is a card of heartbreak. Oof. No, I'm just getting a message for some of you that if you keep on this way, you're going to end up in heartbreak and you know it. One of the movies I watched yesterday, one was about a florist. Well, there was a florist character in it, and she had someone working for, a best friend working for you know, like movies have. And the best friend pointed out to her, she keeps on, you know, going with the emotionally unavailable ones and getting heartbroken, and she's like, and then it seems like it's a surprise to you, but it's just not a surprise to anyone else that's around you, because you keep on doing the same thing, and you're going to keep on getting what you got. Cancer, same. Keep on doing what you did, you're going to keep on getting the heartbreak that you got. Cancer, I hope you're feeling okay. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Sandy, what sign? Oh, you're Aries. You've already written it. Did yours resonate, Sandy? Leo, 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Long-term stuff, building something, building a relationship, building business, building, I don't know, a new lifestyle, whatever it is. Build something for your long-term future here. Requires investment to build something like that. So you might be on really long-term future happiness kind of stuff. If you are building something at the moment, that is a really good sign, Leo. Virgo, you got the Justice card. What is yours won't go past you. Virgo. What is yours won't go past you. Justice card is the card of karma, but it's like matchy energy. What is yours won't go past you. You don't need to do as much as you think. You can be chill. Libra, perhaps you've been waiting for a while. Ace of Swords. You might be getting an aha at the moment. Ace of Swords is often a card of like, enlightenment in some kind of a way, where you get an idea and it sets you off. So if you've been through a stagnant time, Libra, expect some aha that gets you going again, sets you on a new path. The Three of Wands is often a time of stagnation when we're waiting for like perfect timing or something to come on. What about Scorpio? Scorpio, you got the Nine of Cups. This is about your heart, your heart's desires. What do you truly want? Scorpio, what do you truly want? Your needs, your desires, it's important for you to get clear on that, on what you really want. And then go for that. Because if we don't know, then we'll accept anything. Or we'll go for anything. We'll just be malleable and go with the flow. But if we really know what it is that we want, then we're better able to communicate it and actually choose it in our lives. So what are your heart's wishes? What would make your heart happy? Scorpio. Now what about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Eight of Wands. It's about direct communication. There's something to talk about here, to be clear about. And one good thing, we're talking about direct communication, is I did communicate with him about my PTSD to explain to him. And that it's not a conscious thing, you know. But what his response was, what can he do to make me feel more safe? And I said, like, there's nothing you can do, because my awake self is good, very comfortable with him, feel very safe with him. So got me thinking, I wonder if there's any like sleep therapies, because it's my sleeping self that needs help, not my waking self anymore. It's almost like I need a therapist to talk to me. I tried it to myself as I was going to sleep last night, telling myself I'm safe. There's nobody in here. There's nobody got access to me. I'm not going to be attacked. See if that will help. But do I need to do that every night? I don't know. Anyway, direct communication, Sagittarius. There's something to say to someone. Reveal it. Reveal yourself. Speak it out. Say what it is that you're not wanting to say at the moment. Sometimes we get so afraid, can't we, of like, oh, what if they think this or what if they think that? It's like, well, that's up to them, isn't it? You get to see who someone is if you're revealing yourself and telling them what you need to tell them. You get to know who they are. So there's no point in holding yourself back and not saying what it is that you want to say, for fear that you'll find out that they're not the person that you want them to be or whatever, you know. Speak it out, Sag. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Capricorn. Get more picky. This King of Cups, she's protecting her heart. She's kings of cups. Kings are about mastery. Cups, it's about the heart and feelings. King of Cups, in the female version of it, it's about us. And this card depicts her holding a good ship, and she's letting in a good ship. She's not letting in like a ship that's on fire. She's not letting in a ship that's sinking. She's letting a good ship in. So you know you've got a good ship, you let a good ship in. It's about being more picky. It's about being more selective. Yeah. With anything, not just people, just like anything. What you let into your life, kinds of behaviours, all kinds of things, you know. Be more selective, get more picky, say no more times. Capricorn. You're allowed to. Upgrade your life. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Aquarius. Quite a lot of major arcanas out today, you know. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Aquarius, don't rely on luck for something. If you are not taking action on something and you're waiting for luck to take the action for you, it's not going to happen. You're the creator spirit here. You're the one that's on this physical plane, able to do the physical things with opposing thumbs and a mind and all that, and free will. You're the one that can make things happen. You know, it's something that my guides told me ages ago when I was like this energy of like, if it's mine, the universe will just give it to me. And my guides reminded me, look, you keep on asking for physical things, and like we're a team and we're all spirits, and we don't have human bodies. You're the one on the team in a human body. You're the one that can get those physical things. Why are you asking for us, asking it from us and not in the physical plane? It's like, good point. They said, come to us for guidance, for energy, for all of that kind of thing, for the ethereal things, for the material things. That's your job. Get on with it. And it's a signed message for you. And finally, Pisces. What do we got for Pisces? It was Max's birthday. Pisces' Max's birthday the other day. I went round to his house. Monday. Went round to his house. He hadn't told anybody about it. Well, it was on Facebook, but I hadn't told anyone about it. So we had a couple of beers together and sat and watched my time, because that's what we do together. It was quite nice. It wasn't that long. He was turning 48. He thought he was only 45. Missed some years out. Pisces, Queen of Wands. Pisces, you're very attractive right now. Think of yourself as a magnet. We're electromagnetic beings. Our electrics are in our mind. There's electricity in our minds, firing through the synapses from, I want to say neuro, that's not the right word, is it? And magnets. Your magnetic quality is your emotion, your emotional state, your energy, however you want to call it. Your feelings, your emotional state, your energy, your heart. That's your magnetics. Use both of them together. Very powerful indeed, Pisces. So get attracting in what it is that you want, because you're very attractive right now. And if we don't realize that, we can attract by default, or even attract negative things if that's the way that we use our mind. If we're dwelling on other people's dramas, like I said in the energy update today, in today's tarot today, I mean. Or if we are, focusing on what we don't like my ex does, my Pisces ex. So he's got a lot to tell me about what's going on in Thailand. It's not the good stuff that he talks about. I don't pay attention to the news, you see, and he's bothered by it. That's using your mind in a negative way. So, know how powerful you are, Pisces. There we go. Okay, let's get some cards out. I'm feeling some messages coming through from the Lenormand. Let's use Lenormand. And also, we got one of these cards coming out as well. Don't know why. That almost did. Trust. Let's see if it comes out again. Can't remember what this card is called. Something about gratitude. I don't know. Sacred offering, I don't know. The names of decks elude me sometimes. We've got a message, it's called direction. They're a bit God Squad-ish, which isn't my bag. I'm not into religion, but Lord, please show me, stop focusing. Please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, stop me. Okay, getting direction. I also want to read out the trust card, because the trust card is the one that flipped first, but it didn't properly come out. I just feel like there's a message there about trust. Okay, trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to watch patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Interesting. It's like trusting ourselves and when to take that right action. Direction and trust. Well, let's get some more cards out and add to that message for the collective. And don't forget, if you want a one-question reading, you can book in at any time in this show. Throughout this show. And stick around to the end, because I will be getting The Secret Manifestation card by Rhonda Byrne for everybody that's still around. It might be a short show, this one, we'll see. Whipping through it. The trust card, yeah, me too. I am more trusting, It's like, I understand, right, he's here to see if he wants to live here. He's looking for a place to settle half of the year, right? I get it. Of course he needs to get to know a lot of people. Yes, of course. Last thing I want is someone making a choice to live here just for me and clinging on to me and not having a life of their own here. That would be very draining. So I don't want that. It doesn't bother me that he's dating. And I do have a level of trust. It's like, well, it's going very well between us, but we'll see, you know. And if we are right for each other, then it'll be right. So I'm pretty easy about it all, which is, yeah, I guess in the last few years I have been like that. I have been like that in the last few years, but before that I wasn't like that at all. I'll be, you know, untrusting, unsure about it, wanting to control, getting upset about not having control and things like that, you know. Insecurity is what it was about. The fish card has come out first. Let's change the scenery up. The fish card has come out first. The fish card is all about abundance. Plenty of fish in the sea, that kind of thing. Hey, Teresa. Yeah, one day at a time. I'm certainly not rushing it. He's very self-aware and he's like saying all the right things. But it takes time, and I haven't seen him in many situations yet, you know. That's important. Next up, we've got the ring. I'll read the ring out. I've got abundance in the ring. The ring suggests, well, it's got family and house and all kinds of things on it. It looks like the card of commitment, doesn't it? 25. And also, I know very strongly what I deserve as well, and so, and I'm happy enough. I don't have to push anything. I'm happy enough in my life as it is. The ring. Commitment is an act, not a word, says Jean-Paul Sartre. The ring card in the Lenormand system signifies a bond and a deep commitment. This particular card illustrates the many facets of the card's meaning. The man and the woman shown on the ring have made a long-term commitment to one another and together as spouses or partners, spouses or partners. They've created a family and a home. Procuring and maintaining a house requires an investment and a contract. Even their garden demands careful planning and dedication. The ring refers to all types of pledges, promises, oaths, unions, alliances, legal agreements, and financial investments. Beyond an act of making an agreement, the card indicates a responsibility to see an obligation through. Commitment, bond, dedication. So that it feels to me like it's the action of commitment, meaning, and to me, especially being at the start of relationship, it's about investing into that relationship, because relationships are built, you know. They're not just experience. You can go into a relationship lazily, right, and not building that trust, and it requires a lot of talking. That's what's going on with us at the moment. My God, we're talking so much. There's not a single moment that we're not talking. I mean, we're not messaging each other time. When we're together, so much to say to each other. So that's really good. But yeah, it does require like investment. It's an action, and if people aren't doing that, you can back off. I would say you can back off. And we've got the clouds, whatever that one's about. Coffee cup clouds, number 6. Still getting to know the Lenormand deck. Some of them are really clear to me, some of them not. Clouds is about dreams, isn't it? If it's cloudy and raining, there are clouds and rain in my soul, says Jerzy. 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 Interesting name. Kozinski. Is that Polish or something? This card shows clouds rising up from a dark cup of coffee or tea. Though a cup of tea may be a comforting image. Cup of tea, nice cup of tea. Sweet cup of tea if you've had an accident in England. That's what my parents and grandparents used to do. Because if I'd fallen off my bike, which I did, because I used to BMX, and hurt myself, it's like a hot, sweet cup of tea that helps you out, apparently. It's medicine for people in England. Though a cup of tea may be a comforting image, especially to the English, the clouds warn that troubles can occur quite suddenly and without warning, like storm clouds appearing on an otherwise pleasant day. Confusion and uncertainty can catch you unaware if your head is in the clouds and you're daydreaming when you should be focused. To retain clarity about an issue, you need to stay mentally grounded rather than allowing your thoughts to drift away. The cloud image warns you not to become lulled into a false sense of security. You need to pay close attention to whatever situation surrounding the cards indicate, okay, as they will likely bring formidable changes. So there's sudden confusion or sudden troubles around something. Which is the way, isn't it? I mean, things will go swimmingly and then it's like, oh, here's something to face. Okay, let's face it then. Let's not pretend it doesn't exist. Oh, coffee. Right, fish, abundance. It's plain abundance, fishes. Tell us about abundance, Sam. What's the message with abundance, please? Foxy. Foxy is about, it's foxy lady. It's about shrewdness. It's about having a plan, a strategy, having a strategy about abundance. So this is a message, the fish and the fox card together is a message about needing to have a strategy, perhaps a long-term financial strategy, that kind of thing. You might want to be thinking about that, a long-term financial strategy. It could be about business, it could be about earning money, it could be about, I don't know, it could be something like going to school to learn something that take your career to the next level or whatever. It could be purely financial, it could be about investments, but a good time to have a strategy about your abundance. Whatever that means to you. And then we've got commitment, and it's saying commitment is an act, not a word. People don't say that they're committed to you, they show you. 23, that's not good. Mice is about someone trying to get away with something. Right. Now, if someone's trying to get away with a low level of commitment, like half-assed commitment, sometimes commitment, beware at the moment with that ring and mice, because that could be, you know how people can pretend and do the right things. I think there's a lot of that around at the moment. I think those toxic male relationship coaches are out there teaching that kind of thing. Just do enough to make them think that you're committed. You know, if you do this and you do that. I think there's relationship coaches that are targeting women as well. That will teach, you know, these tricks and tips. It's more a manipulation. They're not saying that. It's like, we'll do this if you want to get your man, you know. And it sounds like a good idea, but really it's not authentic. When someone's authentically investing and committed, it's very different, right? And so just be aware of that it's not placing too much onus on a little bit of action, is what that is. If someone took some committed action toward you, let them do it again and again and again and again, and be consistent. Consistency is key. Because you know what it's like. We can get into relationships, and because they did a few nice things in the first few days, we can, you know, the behaviour can get worse and worse, and we hang on in there, wanting to get that person back from the first few days, and it's like, well, they did that nice thing once. It's like, yeah, that's not enough. So clouds, don't have your head in the clouds. Notice what's going on. Interesting. Snake. Wow. How about that? Let's read the snake out. Is this a warning for me? Could be. It could be. Look before you leap, for snakes among sweet flowers do creep. Ooh, it's feeling a bit like narcissist warning this now. With the ring and mice, that feels like that's the kind of thing that a narcissist would do. Show that they're kind of really committed at first. And that's how they get you in, right? And then you end up like being loyal to them, and you're always wanting the love bomber to come back. You're wanting those sweet moments, which do, with a narcissist, they will show you those sweet moments. Then when they lay it on thick. Again, just occasionally, and then they... Snake card shows a beastly serpent coiling itself around a sweet young lady. like a sitting target, right? When we're too nice. It appears that the snake is a threat to the charming lady, but is she really sweet and innocent? Perhaps she's the threat. This snake card is warning you that appearances may be deceiving. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. The people who seem to be your friends and allies could be deviously undermining you because of jealousy, resentment, or sheer ambition. Pay close attention to the card that immediately follows the snake. Well, it could be the other way around too, because I did have an intuition this morning that perhaps, I know, I live in a very small community, and I know who is here, and I know how they operate. There's different personalities doing different kind of things. Now, when there's new blood, fresh blood on the island, the ones with the dodgy energy are attracted to those new ones, and they'll befriend them and really lay it on thick like this. I've seen it happen to me when I first got here. I ended up hanging with the wrong people until I kind of figured them out, and it's like, oh. So the ones that are like really forthcoming and like, I'm your new best friend, or, you know, they're the ones that have dodgy relations that can't really be trusted, and they don't have solid, like, they have solid friendships on the island, but maybe romantic relationships, no, all over the place with that. They get the hooks into the new people, and so it could be about that too. I did have an intuition about that. I did. Very, you know, charming to the newcomers. Could be about that. So if you're new, if you're that sweet energy. Anyway, the people who seem to be your friends and allies could be deviously undermining you because of jealousy, resentment, or sheer ambition. Pay close attention to the card that immediately follows the snake. Oh. This situation may be rife with treachery. This card also may warn you not to be dazzled and taken in by someone who seems charming, but probably has their own agenda. When the snake card appears, make sure you keep your eyes open and see the situation for what it is. Oh, I need to get more cards out. I think these are very similar messages. Consistency. Look for consistency. So important, isn't it? But first up, we've got the fish. Mountain and choices. Okay, so the long term is exactly what I said already. Shrewdness, long-term finances. Choices that you're making right now, mountain, for the long haul. So even though it might take you a long time to get there, think long-term finances at the moment. The ring and the mice. So we're looking for consistent action of commitment and not being fooled by a show of commitment that is fleeting. Clover. Clover. Looky. Look. Look. The Clover card brings a bit of unexpected luck that may arrive as a happy coincidence, synchronicity, windfall, favourable twist of fate, chance meeting, or felicitous occurrence. This is the kind of luck that disappears as quickly as it arrives, so waste no time in taking advantage of the moment. When an opportunity like this arises, don't just analyze it, utilize it. The three-leaf clover is also a sign of harmony between the mind, body, and spirit, but it's not something you need to do to achieve it. You need only to open your eyes and see it, like the clover that grows right in front of you. Interesting. So, the ring. Commitment is shown through actions, but mice. Someone could be feeling lucky, in fact, right? And be feigning commitment in the short term because they're feeling lucky. It could be that. So be aware. Because I just feel like this snake card, it's saying like negative energies attracted to positive energies. Yeah. We can be fooled. So the clouds and the snake. Tell us why this is here. So don't have your head in the clouds. Stars. Reach for the stars is reaching higher. And what are these two? Stork and house. So the stork is bringer of... let's read them. Let's read them to get clear on this. Feet firmly planted on the floor because we attract everything. When we've got good energy, we attract everything, right? You need to be aware of it. People can pretend to be a match. That's what I wonder sometimes. It's like when I meet someone like this and it's like, wow, we really have a lot in common. It's like, hang on a minute. But are they just mirroring me? Because we've got to be aware of that, right? Because that is something that people are taught. And it's something that kind of comes naturally when we like someone too. We can mirror. Now, I've seen that. I saw that the weekend before when I went on that date. It was obvious that it was mirroring. It was like saying, yeah, me too, when it was like, but that's clearly not true about you. And it's clearly true about me. And copying and stuff like that. Like, I'll have chicken whatever with rice. It's like, oh, yeah, me too. And an egg on top of it too. And he said, oh, yeah, me too. And I'll have like prawns on the side. And he said, yeah, me too. It's like, how? What? Hang on a minute. Everything. Every choice you're making is exactly the same as mine. It was blatantly obvious then for me, the mirroring thing, but it could be about that. Stars. I feel like it's about reaching higher, this one. For my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of stars makes me dream. Vincent van Gogh. The stars card shows a luminous display of cards scattered across the indigo heavens. Just as the constellations provide confidence and guidance to ancient navigators at sea, the stars card offers clarity and inspiration. If success is seen beyond reach, the appearance of the stars card assures you that your highest aspirations are attainable. The stars provide the light at the end of the tunnel to guide you toward your visions. So even if you've got snakes and mice around you, it's okay. It's onwards and upwards. It's on path, is what I'm getting from this. If you've not even dared to believe in happy endings, this card encourages you to explore new paths, trusting that fate has amazing things in store for you. I'm feeling it. I feel like I'm on a path at the moment with like last weekend's dude. Or with the young one, smoke outside. With the young one and last weekend's dude and then this one. It's like, well, it's getting better and better. Not that the young one isn't bad, but it's the young one is, yeah, I can see it's like not really aligned with me. Anyway, I do feel like I'm on a path that something's been revealed to me. If you've not even dared to believe in happy endings, this card encourages you to explore new paths, trusting that fate has amazing things in store for you, reaching higher. There's abundance beyond your wildest dreams out there. Reach for the stars. Inspiration, guidance, illumination, optimism, abundance. And the stork in the house. Stork. It's the next card. Birth of something, right? Oh, my nail lady has gone away and I've had these on for a month already. I tried to book in to get them changed because they're really long and the design is on the end of them. And I need my toes doing too. She's gone away on holiday. So I've booked in, but she's only back like on the 25th, so I've booked in for the 26th. They're going to be like, talons. It's getting hard to do things. My nails hit the end of my boxing gloves when I'm boxing. It's a little bit uncomfortable. I'm going to have to file them down a bit. Lose the design. Anyway, stork. Birth is the sudden opening of a window through which you look out upon a stupendous prospect. For what has happened? A miracle. You've exchanged nothing for the possibility of everything, says William McNeill Dixon. And it's McNeill like Scottish, not Irish. For those of you that know. I need to say that again. Can you hear the cicadas? It's cicada season. Screaming insects for weeks. It's a lot. Let's say this again. Birth is the sudden opening of a window through which you look out upon a stupendous prospect. For what has happened? A miracle. You have exchanged nothing for the possibility of everything. Feels like anything's possible now. The appearance... Oh, am I? The appearance of the stork card means the arrival of an important development. Though the stork traditionally symbolises the birth of an actual baby, it can also signify the arrival of major changes in other areas of your life. These changes are usually positive ones that result from a long, laborious period of careful planning, rather than from mere luck. The stork card symbolizes productivity and movement forward toward tangible results. The migratory bird also signifies the beginning of a new season and transformation. This card may also represent reliable people in your life who bring assistance and gifts, represented by eggs. The stork card communicates to you that you're receiving what you desire and what you deserve. On the way. On the way. House. But this is a positive reading, but also a warning, isn't it? I mean, we do have to make our own minds up. That's why the guides have been teaching us, like in the last 3 years in this show, to be empowered, make really good decisions, be wary, be in it for the long term, all kinds of things like that, so that we've got the right skills to choose wisely. I mean, it's been repeated over and over. It's like how to choose wisely, how you weren't choosing wisely before, how we weren't choosing wisely before, how we were tripping ourselves up, what we weren't noticing, the red flags we weren't noticing, the amber flags we weren't noticing, and all of that. So we've got house. A house is not a home unless it contains food, right? Taurus. Julie, we know that, don't we? A house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. Benjamin Franklin. Yeah. I mean, I do have a really good connection in many different ways with this guy. And it's making me realize that young one, although sweet, we could have a great relationship, that mind connection, and the communication, that's what I told new one about the young one. And he said, but there's going to be lacking in communication. I mean, in-depth communications that I can have with him wouldn't be possible with the other one, and I get that. But I also get that I don't need to get everything from a partner too. I don't need everything from them because I've got friends fulfilling other things, you know. So, house. A house in the Normand is the card representing your house, your home, the place that means security and stability, this island. It's a warm, safe place and source of comfort and contentment, yes. In this card, we see smoke rising up from the chimney, suggesting that someone is home, tending to the hearth, providing a warm welcome for family or visitors. Just as the house is the structure that protects you, it means that you need structure and boundaries in other areas of your life too. Right. Something new is starting. Keep your security is what that's saying, but reach for the stars. It feels like something is in the offing, and it might not be who is currently in front of you, but it might be another step there. Big yes. Yeah, food. So important. You know, Thais have this thing. It's apparently it's Chinese as well, so Mr. Man was telling me. Where they ask you, have you eaten yet? King Kao Leo is what they say. Have you eaten yet? Because they will feed you. They will feed you. And it's a sign that someone really cares. Like, not everyone says that to me, but when someone does, it means they really care for me. They really care for me. And so you know when someone starts saying that to you when they see you, it's like, oh, they see me as family, as one of theirs now, and they want to make sure that I've been fed. It's really nice, especially to a Taurus, it's really nice. I mean, they don't always feed you, but they want to know. They want to know if you've eaten. Well, so, putting that together with direction and trust in the direction that you're going, whatever's showing up for you at the moment, it might not be the be-all and end-all, but it certainly feels like on the path to it. Consistency is key. Look for consistency. Who wants a manifestation card? I'm going to pull one of them out for each of us. Pop a message in the live chat there if you want one. I'll pull mine out first. What do I need to know? Oh, menopause symptoms, hot flashes at night waking me up. So, like, in the lead up to the PTSD night, I was only getting like 5 hours sleep because of hot flashes. Sleep is so important. My brain could hardly work yesterday. I had to go and, well, they wanted to pick up my bike that's in the box out there to return it back. But they say I need to print out the return label. I'm like, I don't have a printer. I'm like, can I send it to you and you print it out? And they're like, no, give us a call back when you've printed it out. And there's no printer here. And so sent an email with it to reception, hoping they'd bring it up to me, but they didn't. And I didn't even have it in my mind, in my energy, and it wasn't even a possibility for me to get out of bed, sort myself out enough to go. I was worried. I was worried even crossing the road. My head was so fuzzy after only 3 hours of sleep. But it's only one night would be okay, but when it's built up because of menopause symptoms too, of not enough sleep, only 3 hours of sleep, I was just like, I'm like, no. Hot flashes do every night. It's so annoying, isn't it? I hate it. It's just like the worst. It's the worst, and it needs to stop. And it did stop for me. It stopped in a couple of months. Well, I take that. I take this. Oh, my leg's not working properly. I take this one, Swiss Menopause Balance. So when I had it last time, because this is my second time going through menopause because my periods decided to come back, I took this for about maybe 2.5 months, because you're only meant to take it for like 3 months tops, because it can damage your liver. You've got to give your liver a break. And they went away, and then when it got to about 2.5 months, it's like, okay, I don't want to damage my liver. I'll stop taking them. The hot flashes didn't come back, and I'm like, good. And then it was great, and then I was having really good sleep again. As I said, my period started again November and December, and so it's like, oh hell, I've got to go through it again. Sure enough, it started again. So I'm on them again, but it's not really working brilliantly yet. I've just got to be more consistent with it. I think I had a couple of days where I didn't take it. And hopefully that'll sort it out again. Take them for a couple of months and see if it goes away again. I don't know. It's horrible, hey? Teresa's up first. No, me. I'm up first. Get myself a card out first. What do I need to know about manifestation right now? Just focus on prosperity. Cool. Just focus on prosperity. The universe has abundance for you. Well, it needs to put it in my bank account, seriously, in my PayPal account, because I'm down to nothing. No, almost. I'm always down to nothing. It's crazy. How the money will come into your life. It's not your job to work out how the money will come into your life. It's your job to ask, to believe you've received it already, and to feel happy now. Leave the details to the universe on how it will bring it into your life. Okay, prosperity it is. Teresa, you've got your imagination creates. Oh, I'll stay on this camera. It focuses better. Stress, worry and anxiety simply come from projecting your thoughts into the future and imagining something bad, which causes your feelings to plummet. And when you imagine something bad, you're creating what you don't want. Instead, when you're feeling worried, ask yourself, what do I want? And then imagine that instead. So it's a message of your imagination creates, and I said about it in today's tarot, often we can just get so caught up in other people's stuff or what's going on in the news. It's such a waste of our energy, worrying about and even thinking about someone else's problems. We can't do anything about that. Just don't do that. It happened to you too. I had like 14 months, no period. It should have been official after 12 months, right? But it came back. Weird. They don't even know what it is, do they? I mean, they don't know what it is. They haven't looked at what actually happens, how it ends, what is really happening. Perhaps we have, like our ovaries, we have like number 1 menopause, number 2 menopause, the 2 ovaries. I don't know. Be nice. Sandy, you become what you think about. Similar message. The more you use the power within you, the more you'll draw it to you. You will reach a point where you won't need to practice anymore, because you will be the power, come naturally to you. You'll actually own it and be it already. You'll be the perfection, you'll be the wisdom, you'll be the intelligence, you'll be the love, you'll be the joy. We know that, don't we? When we're trying to do something, that's not when we're fully in alignment. When we're fully in alignment, we've become it, we've practiced it enough that it just comes naturally to us, and it goes without saying. It's like now it goes without saying that I've got respect for myself, and I will stand up to people and speak out to people that aren't showing me that. That goes without saying. It comes naturally. I don't have to question it anymore. I don't have to force myself to do it or think about it. And that's great when you become that energy, because once you are it and you're confident about that and consistent in it, it's just so freeing, because you can think about other things instead. You don't have to bother yourself with the little stuff, because you just deal with it as it comes along. So you're becoming it, Sandy. Becoming all those things. The stuff that you've been working on and trying to do and all of that kind of thing. It's becoming second nature and you're becoming it. You can't rush it. You just got to keep on practicing it. Like anything. It's like riding a bike. You practice it until you just can ride a bike and that's it. And then you are a bike rider. Same with the internal stuff. Like empowerment, like boundaries, like communication, like facing conflict, like those are all those other things that we have been having to practice to do. Hey, Laura. Hot flashes are so annoying, and it's only about a minute. Like I just flip the covers off, and I cool down. But then getting back to sleep is hard, because I'll just be drifting off and there'll be another one. And it's like, oh. So annoying. And it's just, lack of sleep is dreadful. Oh my. Really bad. Okay, who's next? Nancy. Manifestation card for you, Nancy. Nancy, you've got, before you think another thought. Hold it there. Before you think another thought, every thought will manifest unless you cancel it out with an opposing thought. I remember when I was around spiritual people way back before I left the UK. And they would say like really nasty things about people and then go, cancel. And it's like, I don't think it quite works like that. It's like keep on doing the wrong thing and saying cancel after it. Every thought will manifest unless you cancel it out with an opposing thought. Feels like an internal process, this for you, Nancy, is reframing things in your mind. Especially if there's like a knee-jerk reaction, like an internal comment. You know, we have our subconscious mind and it comes up with a comment. So you see someone and you got a little comment about them, a little quip. And that is like our energy. I mean, it does manifest unless we put it in its place. We can berate our subconscious mind and go, don't talk nasty about that woman you just saw. You know, things like that. It's like, wow, subconscious mind, you're such a bitch, stop it. Or it's like, have some compassion for the woman, she's fine. Oh, you work third shift for 23 years, hard to go to sleep at night. PTSD is just, I hate it. It's just so traumatizing. Especially like when I have a boyfriend and when it first happens when they're in the bed. It's like, what the hell? I remember my eldest son as well. I used to freak out so much. He used to like come into the bedroom with there used to be a chef, with a knife, like thinking that I was being attacked. Because I thought I was being attacked, so of course everyone else would think of being attacked. And then the next day is always, I'm emotionally spent the next day. So horrible. For all that I regret not being able to give my children more of myself and their ideal childhood. I hope that they haven't been through anything like I've been through. I don't think they have. Because your nervous system and your subconscious mind are developed when you're a child. And with terrorism like that, it's just, it never leaves. It never leaves. I'm almost 53 and I'm still dealing with it, you know? Fuck. It's terrible. So important to protect children from that. Anyway. That was Nancy. Julie. You want it on love. Let's see if your guides want you to think about love. Or you can apply it to love. Feelings are powerful manifestors. Remember that worry attracts more worry. Unhappiness attracts more unhappiness. Fear attracts more fear. Interesting, in that I explain my situation, kind of dating someone now, and getting to know him. For us both to make a choice, right? And my subconscious mind will go there, like dating other people, all like want to control the thing by going, well, that's it then. I'm not listening to that little voice, because that is just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I want him to give me space to make a choice, and not control my choices, or like, don't talk to anyone else. You know, it's ridiculous. So I can put it in its place, and I can see how those, in the past, when I was more insecure with myself, those thoughts, I would just fully go there. You know, I would be swept up in that emotion of the fear, because our subconscious minds and our nervous systems, the reminders of the fear, what to be afraid of. But if we don't get swept up in that and cause us to worry, get into that negative emotion, you know, it's tempting to go along with whatever the subconscious mind and the nervous system is saying. But it's not wise. It's not wise to. So your feelings are powerful manifestors. Remember that worry attracts more worry, unhappiness attracts more unhappiness, and fear attracts more fear. And if you do find yourself, I'm going to interrupt myself again, if you do find yourself swept up in those negative emotions because of what your subconscious mind has just made meaning of, about whatever it is picking up on, or your nervous system's having a reaction to something, you could have a strategy just to get yourself back into the moment, back into reality, into now. Some people put like a hair tie on their wrist and then snap themselves out of it, you know, feel the body again, be here right now. Breath work is good. Do that humming thing. That's pretty good. Especially if you get into worry, like heightened emotions which might be anxiety or worry or something like that, you can calm yourself down. So if you take a deep breath and then you go make that noise. It's very calming. It's very calming, and it gets you into your body again. I find that really good. So, this message, Julie, it's saying you can have more control over your emotional state than you think. And it's incredible. You know what's incredible? Is most things in our bodies we have no control over. It's just automatic. Think about our heart beating and all of that kind of thing. Our nervous system, we do. It's one of the few things that we have conscious control over. Our breath is both. It goes on naturally without us, and we can have conscious control over it. So that's unusual. A lot of things in the body we don't at all. But our nervous system, we can. There are things that we can do to get ourselves in that parasympathetic state more. So we've got like a lot of power over our emotional states, and we need to use it. We need to remind ourselves, I need to remind myself to use it more often. Like when I'm finding it hard to get back to sleep again, it's like, what am I doing? I'm hardly breathing at all. I just need to take a few really deep breaths with like really long out breaths. And then I'll start yawning, and then it's easy for me to get to sleep. But sometimes we forget that we've got so much power over our emotional states. Anyway. And remember that joy attracts more joy, happiness attracts more happiness, love attracts more love. But this is more about dealing with the negatives. That's you, Julie. I don't know what that's got to do with love, but maybe until you can get yourself into a more consistent, or just more managed. It's not going to be consistent, but more managed state. Once you get more manage of your emotional state, things will just be easier for you. Laura. Your son's your deputy sheriff. Works their shift now. Oh, patterns in your family. Lara. There is more than enough. The universe offers all things to you and everyone through the law of attraction, if you choose it. Do you want there to be enough for you and everyone? Then choose that and know there's abundance of all things. There is an unlimited supply. Each of us has the ability to tap into that unlimited invisible supply through our thoughts, if we choose to. There's more than enough. So much. HV. Hello. HV is next. Eyes are a little bit stingy. I think I spent too long in the air conditioning yesterday. Proclaim it to create it, HV. To speed up any manifestation, think and talk and write about your desire in present tense only. I have all the money I need. There's no past or future in the law of attraction. If you proclaim it as existing now, the universe must get very busy very quickly. There's a bit of BS in that, isn't there? I can't do that. I can't lie. But what I can do is know that I'm on my way to things. That works for me. I can't BS myself like that. I learned about affirmations, with Louise Hay, Louise L. Hay's work, about affirmations and stuff, and it's just like, this doesn't work for me because my bullshit meter is just like, that's not true, is it? But I find it more useful to say I'm on my way to it. If it hasn't manifested yet, I'm still on my way to it, and I'm, it's that Six of Swords energy. The universe is helping me to get there. So what I think is, we ask for something, we want something, and if we're in alignment with it, it manifests straight away. Like if we already own it, like someone's message was, if we're owning that energy, that means we're in alignment with it. And it's easy, just manifest like that. We allow it straight away. But if we're not in alignment with it and we ask for something, then straight away our guides are on it and they show us something. They show us like, oh, well, you've got this anxiety there and that's keeping you from it. The path is there. And so if it doesn't manifest straight away, I think we're just still on our way to it. And that to me is just like way better, truthful affirmation. Like I'm getting myself there than saying, I'm already there. It's like, well, clearly you're not. Like clearly I'm not. I can't bullshit myself that. I just can't do it. And I don't think it's that helpful. I think there's a few things about the law of attraction that aren't that helpful. Perhaps it depends on your personality type. But yeah. I need to just focus on prosperity. Yeah, I do. It's true. It's true. Okay. Thanks everyone for coming along. You're welcome, Julie. Enjoy the love you do get. Yes, and allow yourself to feel that. That was huge for me, because growing up, being abused, not really trusting anybody, found it hard to let anyone in. Now I've got good people in my life, and years ago I was like, but they're not everything. Do you know what I mean? It's like meeting someone, and then and dating them, and then realizing they're not everything, they're not it for me. And then I was shut down. It's like I would say no to anything that they were offering. Where it's like, well, hang on a minute, but they still want to love me. They still want to be my friend in this way, and I can still have that. I can have that. They don't have to be perfect or everything. I don't have to exclude people because they're not everything to me. And when I realised that, it's like it's safe for me, and I'm allowed to let people love me in the way that they want to love me. And everyone doesn't have to love me in the way that I want to be loved. I'm hoping someone will eventually, and I'll find that person where they will click together like that, and we'll love each other in the way that each of us wants to be loved. But yeah, that was really important for me to realise. It's like, no, I'm allowed to let them love me. Now, I did have something in my upbringing, especially around romantic relationships, teachings that I kind of owed people. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you're not allowed to receive from people like that without, being loyal to them or owing them everything. There was very much that belief in my family that I owed them something. You know, my mum wouldn't even take care of my children, her grandchildren, without me paying her. That's the kind of an energy that I grew up in. It's ridiculous, but you know, that whole you're not allowed to receive anything. If you're having it good, then you owe everybody else, and you should be like giving a hell of a lot for that. So, and it's been hard for me to shake that, but I have shaken that now, and I do allow people to love me in whatever way they want to love me. So much better. So much better than saying like, no, there can only be one that loves me in the right way, and that's it, and I will not accept anything from anyone else. Anyway, let's do this all over again on Friday. Thank you everyone for coming along. And I will be putting a pick a card readout later today, and it is tarot. It's the Celtic Cross Tarot spread, so check that out later. Yeah, let's do this all over again on Friday, 2 days time. Thanks everyone again, and I will see you next time.